Hello everyone, I just wanted to do a quick video because in the past couple of days I've actually been thinking about a lot about what my ex had did, Noah, who was a CP in the custodial program for Fantasyland, had did on Halloween. I went to the park to take pictures to share on social media and for my postcard site that unfortunately right now the operations had to get suspended because of our provider had decided to discontinue the service without notifying me, but it is what it is. But um, at no point was I following him anywhere in Fantasyland, taking pictures of him, and Disney has no proof because they never checked my SD card or the tablet, and a mess made out of a situation because Noah got upset because a letter I sent to his mom after we broke up in 2014 because he got reported for selling his main gate and decided to blame me and said either you need to change your story with Disney or we're done. And unfortunately, I was going through a lot of stress because he was had informed me that he was HIV positive by Sam, who later a year later outed him. Yeah, never happened. But then a year later, one of his friends that I worked with in dance had said, "Yeah, he lied to you," and it's like, no, no crap, he lied, just like he lied there. To me, it seems where he can lie to Disney. Disney probably saw me looking at my tablet versus kind of figuring out what's going on. They don't have all the facts to make a decision. At the end of the day, I was wrongfully terminated because of a coward getting upset and wanting to use that to get even. If you tell someone, "Hey, I forgive you," forgive them. Don't be like, "Oh, like all this and that." Be all happy. "Oh, can you help me out with a loan? I need help out for rent. I need help for gas for work. Oh, I'm hungry. Get some food and everything." $22,000 later, and basically all I had to show for it is $30,000 in medical bills because of having to continuously be Baker acted because of stress, anxiety, depression, everything that I've suffered, which got triggered on Halloween at Magic Kingdom because obviously the little coward couldn't be like, why don't I just leave him alone? I'll leave him alone. We'll leave each other alone. Oh, it's good because I had plans between 2 and 2:45 to take pictures in Fantasyland, which I was at Castle back in front of Sword and Stone. Went behind Sword and Stone to take pictures. Went up to go to the bathroom. And yes, unfortunately, I may have been looking to see who was working because, again, I used to be a part of the Fantasyland attractions team. So it's like if I saw someone who I used to work with, hey, I want to say, hey, how you doing? How's everything? At no point was I looking for Noah, staring at him and everything. But to me, he seems to be a good expert on the issue of stalking because he stalked me in 2014 2 times when I was on duty in Fantasyland. He was on duty. He was supposed to be down at Tomorrowland, allegedly, and stuff. He walked right by me at the Philharmagic, looking at me with a very evil look on his face that runs around the carousel. And then December 19th, 2014, goes to the Mickey's Halloween or Christmas party, allegedly. I know he was working. He's like, "Oh, well, he went home and got changed and came back." No, you didn't. And somehow he got a wristband. He claimed someone had gave him a ticket. And I'm like, well, to my knowledge, cast tickets were sold out and stuff. And I'm like, someone's not just gonna give you a $70 ticket. There's no way. So, but you know what? It is what it is. That's the point. But as for Halloween, did I stalk him? No. To me, it should be a case of innocent until proven guilty. I am only going by assumption that the report that, from what I was presented, that they presented to the Department of Economic Opportunity for Unemployment, they're claiming, oh, that I was observed following and taking pictures of Noah. But yet, I'm like, really, where's the pictures? Where was I following him? I'm only going on the assumption that it was Miss Amy Bach, the guest experience manager for Fantasyland Custodio, who made the assumption. And I'm like, well, I didn't see her at any point. I was taking pictures of Fantasyland at the castle. Once the bathroom, once the lab came up, he was doing his little performance like, oh, I'm so afraid. Oh, I'm so scared. But yet, If you could get into a car with a bunch of chicks to find go to a girl's house to to beat down their butt because they disrespected someone. To me, that's totally rude. This is just what he did. Basically, it was a beatdown because he had the opportunity. He came back in May. I saw him, and he had to make sure that his presence was known, and it stressed me out. Where I thought I was having a heart attack. Come to find out, I wasn't having a heart attack. But meanwhile, I lost the night of work because of dealing with that because he had to aggravate it. It's like I can't be around him. I can't having a heart. Was just want to move on. He owed me $2,500 at least, but he tried to make it in court papers sound like, oh, that was for because I didn't want to have sex with him. The pay for it's like no, basically because we're having issues with our relationship. I said, look, I'll put up the money that you owe me. If you decide you're going to leave the agreement, you owe the money. If I leave, I don't owe the money because we were having constant problems and stuff and everything. Just like here, the main problem was he did not tell the truth, and that was stressing me out 3 tenths of the time playing these games because he was trying to use me to take money. So what? If a letter got to your mom outing you about alleged prostitution and other issues, so what? That's 2014. Get over it. Stop playing the little mean girl game because you think you have a vagina and you think you can do whatever and play games. Because to me, at the end of the day, you're no better than a 15-year-old who's just trying to play games because you lied to Disney, you lied to Orange County Sheriff's Department, and the court. I'm going to be dealing with all three of them, and if at the end of the day, basically everything gets cleared up, at the end of the day, if anything happens, don't come knocking on my door because you know what? I'm trying to clear my name. I was not stalking you, know it, you know it. You're just trying to play games like you said on the 6th of March when I had my fiance present who was actually listening because I had had the speaker on to hear and heard you. He was just totally shocked, and he's actually signed a statement, and he's actually in control of my Twitter account right now, and he's published a statement. So it's like, yeah, how you gonna say that? Oh, he's crazy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. It's the same game you play like when you try to test people's loyalty, where you'll say something, and if it gets back to you, oh, they're crazy. They don't know what they're talking about. No, honey, you're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about, and you need to stop lying and acting like a 15-year-old little bitch.